WNBA Countdown presented by Google. Christine Williamson here with Carolyn Peck and Andrea Carter, and we are so incredibly blessed to now be joined by the point guard herself, Chelsea Gray. Chelsea, I don't know what has gotten into you in the last month, honestly. We watched your last game, 27 points. That's a career high for you. Obviously, you tied, like I mentioned before, you tied an Aces record in three-pointers. You had 7 of them. You were going crazy. You went off. What exactly has been going on in your mind?
Get them up as fast as possible. Just trying to take the best shot possible. I'm now just knocking it down, like staying consistent. Some of those shots were there earlier in the season, and I just stayed the course and shooting the same shots that I did before. They're now just going in.
Well, Chelsea, you have been turned up since the All-Star break. You got snubbed. You should have been an All-Star, and you weren't one. How did you channel that to play the way you are right now? I mean, since August, you've been averaging 21 points a game. You're shooting over 60% from the floor, almost 57% from the three-point line. Your game is off the chart.
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed when I didn't get the call to go to the All-Star game. I mean, what athlete and competitor wouldn't? But I just channeled that into my team, just kept working. Like, you got to keep working when, you know, it was out of my control. And from then on, I just took it upon myself to play the best basketball I could play. And you always want to peak at the right time, and so that's what I've been able to do.
Chelsea, I want to get into all of your teammates and the weapons that you have around you, but I still am so fascinated by your performance and the way you are leading this group, and also your relationship with Becky Hammon. How would you describe the way that you and her communicate, the way that she helps you, and just the relationship that you two have?
Fun and fluid. Like, she challenges me in different ways on and off the court, like mentally, IQ wise. There's moments throughout a game where I'm looking at her during a free throw and she's looking at me and it's like, what are you thinking? Oh, I'm thinking the same thing. And so that's been taking time over the course of the regular season. And so now in this postseason, we've been kind of clicking on all cylinders, like, oh yeah, I was thinking that. And so it's super fun. Like, we have fun with it, but at the end of the day, like, it's down to business. We want to win, and we're super competitive people. And I just love being able to communicate with her throughout the game, before and after. It's fun.
Chelsea, this season we have seen some remarkable passing from you. I mean, I think you're Lady Magic. Some people said I need to update my comparison, but that's who you likened your game to. I even saw you throw an inbounds from underneath out of bounds behind the back. How do your teammates know to be ready for all these passes? Because, look, you trick half the crowd.
We talk about it sometimes, and I was talking to Jackie. I was like, we're going to get it on this play. We're going to get it. Like, I was telling Becky, I was like, let us run it. And so we finally got the play. And honestly, I just felt that was the easiest way for me to get it there. If I didn't, I feel like somebody's going to steal it, or Jackie wouldn't have been able to get a layup on that inbounds play. But sometimes it's not about, like, the fanciness. Sometimes it is, and that's just how I play. But it's like, that's the way my brain works, in which, like, that's the fastest way to get it to my teammate for them to be successful.
Chelsea, you would have knocked me in the head with that pass. I'm going to let you know right here, right now, would have not been ready for it. I would have had to go to the bench. You would have been mad at me. But I want to talk about A'ja Wilson, because she is that dynamic force on the inside for you. 2 for 11 in Game 1 against the Mercury, and then she bounced back 17 points in Game 2. How would you describe her competitive edge and the way that she flipped the switch for Game 2?
She's hungry for a championship. She's improved each year that she's been in this league. And you see that from her now shooting threes. Like, you have to close out to A'ja Wilson. She's going right. Like, all these different things people would say about, like, she needs to expand this and this. She's getting better every single year. And she's been solid for us every single game. And as a competitor, as a leader, when she had that game in Game 1, I knew she was going to come back more ready, more hungry, whatever the case may be. And some of those shots, they just didn't fall. And so I had confidence in her the next game. She was gonna take the same shot, same play every single time. And so she's been playing phenomenal, and I'm super proud to be her teammate.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.